She was very unpredictable. She was a... She had the ability to be as cruel as anyone can be, with all of us. That is to say, my sister Christy and my brother Danny and my sister Debbie, also my father. So, essentially, she was. She could become quite violent, and she was quite violent, and she was quite cruel, and though there was physical abuse, certainly, which could be in the form of an ashtray being flung at you, you know, it hits you in the head, or you'd get beat with a high-heel shoe or a telephone or whatever's handy. So in our house, there was no... We were never exposed to any type of safety or security. The only thing that one could do, really, was to try to stay out of the line of fire. The verbal abuse, the psychological abuse, was almost worse than the beatings, because the beatings were just physical pain, and the physical pain you learn to deal with, you learn to accept it, you learn to deal with it. But the psychological and emotional abuse, that's what kind of tore us up, I think. Stayed solid. I woke up and walked out into the living room, and I saw my mother, like very feebly, and like almost, it was like a slow motion crawl. If I could stand up, I could show you just what I saw. Do you mind?
No, you can stand up.
Thank you. I saw my mother, you know, in that mode. So instantly, I knew that something was dreadfully wrong, and there's drool coming out of her mouth. And as I was about to run and call, the front door busted open, and my uncle and two paramedics came in and threw her on the gurney and whisked her out of the house to get her to the hospital to pump her stomach. She had swallowed a multitude of pills to try to take herself out, to try to commit suicide. Saw of Whitney that was less... As I said, it's never been for the sort of party effect. It's been for trying to numb the things inside that can plague someone's who's experienced trauma. But the characterization of the characterization of my substance quote-unquote substance abuse that's been delivered by Ms. Heard is grossly embellished, and I'm sorry to say, but a lot of it is just plainly false. I am not some maniac who needs to be high or loaded all the time.
All right. And again, sir, since you're in the middle of your testimony, did not discuss your testimony with anybody to include your attorneys this evening, okay? All right, you can stand down if you'd like. Okay, thank you. All right, is there any other matters for this evening? Sure, sure.